Is Elon Musk a superhero? Well, he has a new plan to help the Thai kids who are trapped in the cave. Here's how.
Want more TYT to fill your ear holes? Why don't you download some podcasts from the TYT Audio Network, including the mouthy, messy, mandatory podcast available now? Go do it. Stop looking at me and go do it now.
Elon Musk has built a submarine in an effort to help save the Thai kids who are trapped in a cave. And here is what it looks like. He's been posting about it extensively on social media, going through elaborate testing. It's built from the hull of the Falcon rocket. There is also liquid oxygen transfer in there. I wish I knew what that meant. I have asked a lot of people. I do not know.
Liquid oxygen is a central part of one of the James Bond movies.
And Leviathan.
Great.
Does that help?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't, but so he's built it from the hull of the Falcon rocket, and they've been testing it a lot. Now, as of this taping, there is the coach and 3 teenagers left in the cave, so it is unlikely that they will be using the submarine to help free the kids, just because they've actually been able to expedite the rescue mission way faster than they thought it would be. They thought it could take months because the kids are like 4 kilometers in from the main water source. It's a very elaborate cave system that they are having to navigate out, but because of the way that the weather conditions have been recently, they really have been moving quickly over the past weekend. So it's not likely that it will need to be used in this case. However, Elon Musk says that perhaps it could be helpful in future situations, and he's been sharing a lot of videos of divers testing it out. What was interesting is I was looking on different accounts, and there was one article that we were looking at, and one user said, "Hi, I'm a cave diver, and I think this is a really cool idea, but I have to wonder if Elon Musk consulted other cave divers in the engineering and the architecture of this submarine, because they were saying structurally there's certain nooks and crannies and maneuverings that would seem really difficult within elaborate cave systems like the one that's existing in Thailand, but it's yet to be seen because we haven't seen how it will work in
an actual
Here's what I would say to cave divers. If that submarine, which is this big, cannot fit through the nooks and crannies which you are navigating, stop doing that. That is the most terrifying thing I can fathom. When I see it on like Planet Earth, behind the scenes, Blue Planet, oh my God, that's so scary.
It is.
And then the thought about like how those kids must be feeling trapped in that cave for 2 weeks.
And I think they actually had to teach the kids how to use scuba equipment so they could breathe when they have to go underwater through some of the parts.
The round trip for the divers to get from the main water source and at least transporting the oxygen that they would need, you know, and back is 10 hours. So it seems like it's 5 hours to make it outside of the cave. And these kids must be absolutely terrified, plus mentally and physically exhausted. To then have to go through this trauma of going back out of the cave, I cannot even imagine.
And when they leave the cave, they're quarantined because they're not sure about what sort of like parasites and infections they could have gotten since they've been in these conditions. And so there's something that's going out, like they can say hello to loved ones briefly, but then they're immediately placed into quarantine for the safety of themselves and others. Right. I'm just saying that it's not like, oh, and here you are to safety and like here's your and back to life. Like it's a crazy ordeal that's going on right now, and the Thai Navy SEALs have done amazing work, especially this past weekend. They've been working so much faster than was anticipated.
And there was one guy who
died. I was gonna say one guy that died. Damn,
and that's what kind of expedited the process, saying it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculously dangerous, and apparently the report was that he passed out because of the lack of oxygen when in one of the little pockets.
Because there is really limited oxygen in that air once they get in that 4 kilometers.
So they have to bring the oxygen in.
Imagine go ahead. Sorry.
No, because some people still don't know how the kids got down there.
Well, how I understand it is it's like a tourist destination. Like you go in the cave, you see all these cool sights, and you come back out. But a lot of these caves, there are warnings. If there's a storm anywhere within like 50 miles of the cave, you probably shouldn't go because all the water drains down there. But yeah, it's just a simple tourist destination.
Yeah, this was a soccer team. I remember when I heard the story, I just assumed, I was like, oh, it was a cave diving team. and they're trapped in a cave that they were diving in, and it was a soccer team and their coach.
Yeah. Ugh. Would you be able to handle it? Being
No.
in there?
Oh, I couldn't even handle walking in the cave when it was dry, having to like shimmy through small spaces. And those kids are small, so they probably fit in places where I couldn't fit. So I get very claustrophobic in situations like that. I couldn't do it.
Worst fear is being buried alive, and like a coffin couldn't do it.